If your Raspberry Pi 02W isn't booting, won't connect, or you just want the cleanest setup, this is the step-by-step guide. In this video, you'll go from fresh board to first boot, Wi-Fi plus SSH, and your first GPIO win, blinking an LED. Quick context: a Raspberry Pi is a tiny computer you can use for learning Linux, coding, and building real projects. The 02W is the small but capable one, quad-core CPU, built-in Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth. Today, you'll learn two ways to set it up: headless, which requires no monitor, or with a display. Classic setup. Either way should work. Power goes here, micro USB power in. This is the micro USB data OTG port for keyboard, mouse with an OTG adapter. Video out is mini HDMI Type C. You need a mini HDMI to HDMI cable or adapter. This is the microSD slot. Your operating system lives here. And these are the GPIO pins, LEDs, sensors, motors, and robotics. You might try all go here. Most beginner issues probably can come from power, storage, or using the wrong HDMI cable. And keep this in mind. On the 02W, it's mini HDMI, not micro. Install the Raspberry Pi imager from the official Raspberry Pi documentation. For your device, choose your Raspberry Pi 02W. For the operating system, pick Raspberry Pi operating system 32-bit. If you want the desktop, choose the desktop version like myself here, but you can also go for the minimal headless one if you scroll a bit down. Your microSD card. For the storage, your microSD card. Before you click right, open operating system customization. This can save you time later. For host name, you can name it anything, MyPi for my instance. Create your username plus password. Set up your Wi-Fi and country plus your time zone. Enable SSH. Raspberry Pi operating system. Remove the default Pi user. You either set your user here or you rate it on first boot. Click right, wait, then eject the card safely. Insert microSD, connect mini HDMI. First boot can take a little longer. Give it a couple minutes. If nothing happens after about 5 minutes, then we troubleshoot power and SD. If you're going headless, wait a minute or two for Wi-Fi, then SSH in. By running SSH, your username followed by your host name. Many networks support hostname.local. If that doesn't work, grab the IP from your router's device list and SSH to that. Now, do the updates. It prevents issues that you might face later. For accessing remotely, there are three practical options. There is the SSH method, which is fast, reliable, and should work on every Pi. There's VNC, which is full desktop on your network. Enable VNC and connect with a VNC viewer. Raspberry Pi operating system supports VNC workflows, and real VNC is a common option. Last option is using Raspberry Pi Connect, which allows for browser access. The Connect gives you remote shell, and on supported desktop setups, it can also do screen sharing. Now let's prove your Pi can control real hardware, and then the parts that you need are just an LED, any 220 ohm to 330 ohm resistor, a breadboard, and a jumper wire. Use BCM GPIO18, connect that to a resistor, and then an LED's long leg to that resistor, the anode, the LED short leg, the cathode goes to the ground. And then run this as shown on screen. If something's off, once you run this script, if it blinks, your setup is working. If something's off, if there's no boot or random resets, try a better power supply. Reflash the microSD. If you're getting no display, confirm you've used the mini HDMI 02W. Confirm correct input on the monitor or TV. If the USB is not working, it could possibly be the USB OTG port, not the power port. So try and use a proper OTG adapter. If SSH is not working, recheck your imager operating system customization. Ensure that you have it enabled. Your set operating system has been installed, updated, remote access is working, and you built your first GPIO project. If you want the next step, consider other videos on the channel where we've covered robotics as well as sensors.